Hey guys, Funkymusic here once again. I get a lot of questions lately here about what how to make gold for new players. What's the best way? What should I do to make gold right off the rip? And how do I start earning that gold and whatnot? Now, I just want to talk quickly about some of the things you can do in order to get that gold. And to start earning that gold. And I think one of the quickest and easiest ways to do that if you're first starting to level up is honestly going out to up here in Northern and doing all the quests out in Ice Crown and Storm Peaks will get you quite a bit of gold. I want to say it's about 7,000 if you do all the quests per zone here. So you're looking at about anywhere from, I think it's either 5 to 7,000 per zone. So you can significantly get a lot of gold just by doing Storm Peaks and Ice Crown. Get yourself a nice chunk of change as you're leveling up. Also give you a good chance to, if you just dinged 80, still learning how to play your class, learning through everything, give you a good chance to go out and practice on some stuff out there. Practice your DPS, practice healing, whatever you're doing. Don't suggest doing quests as a healer, but if you want to, by all means, go right ahead. That's a good way that a lot of people earn gold. Another thing I think people don't do a whole lot of is if you're going to pick up a profession early, you're going to get some gathering professions. I would say definitely herbalism is a big one. Go and get herbalism. Skinning is another one. Skinning, mining. I think there's so many miners that it's pretty easy to get mining at lower levels. It's when you get to maybe the middle levels, mithril, true silvers, things of that nature, where mining might be a little bit better. But I think skinning and herbalism, if you're doing both of those, just by doing quests and killing mobs and just running around in general, you're going to hit a lot of nodes for both herbalism and skinning. Great way to earn gold right off the rip. Get those things, either save them up, depending on what you want to do, profession-wise. Now, there's a lot of good professions out there. People want to make gold through professions. I always say that, honestly, the best one out there is alchemy. Why is this, Funky? Why alchemy? Because people have to keep buying potions and things to use in raids. They're consumables. So people are going to use them and burn through them. It's not like doing inscription where once a person has that glyph, they're pretty much going to keep that glyph unless they're swapping for whatever reason. But once they have the glyphs that are best in slot, they're pretty much going to keep them. They're not going to be buying glyphs anymore after that point. So things like that, not so much. Engineering can be profitable depending on what the parts are. You can make certain mounts and things like that. Which people do buy, although selling those and even making them can be very, very expensive. But you can turn a profit that way. Not that you can't turn a profit with other things like blacksmithing, tailoring, and things of those nature. Because tailoring, you can make all the spell weave, which is a consumable which people use, and then you can make crafted items with leatherworking and blacksmithing. That people will use, but there's not a whole lot of stuff that's crafted. I don't think if there's anything maybe that's even crafted that's even best in slot. I could be wrong. I'm not going to go through every single class in my mind right now, but a lot of stuff's just going to get not used because either people who are veterans know, hey, they may have the gold to buy those things, but like, I could buy this, it's way cheaper, or I can get this, or hell, they probably got a tune who can make it at that point in time. So yeah, while you might make a sale here or there, it's just not going to be worth the time invested a lot of the times. It's just not there. So you want to find something. I always say alchemy because everyone's going to be using it now. I don't mean for everyone to start flooding the market with this, but potions of speed obviously are way used. What's the yellow one? I can't think of the stupid names. Also, wild magic. I don't really see a market out there for wild magic. Nobody's really cornered that market. Potions of speed, there's so many of them in there that that market's pretty well chewed up right now, no matter what. And I'm sitting on over 6,000 potions of speed myself. So it's not like everyone's got it. The auction house is full of it. It's not really a good market to get into. But there's stuff like wild magic, which I think could be broken into. For whatever reason, nobody's really getting into runic mana potions, the indestructible potions. I think there's a little bit of a market for that one, but runic mana potions doesn't seem like anyone just controls that part of the market. So good idea to get in there and start selling them as well. Those are actually, you can go out and farm those from mobs and drops as well. So there is that. You can't go out and farm potions of speed or wild magic potions, but it's something just to think about, something you can go out and farm. But that's what I would start doing, guys, for you guys who are starting to first get into making gold, earning gold, selling things. Doing old school dungeon runs can be profitable in some way, shape, and form. I've earned quite a bit of gold doing stuff that way. When I first started playing here, BOEs were a big thing. Now they're not so much. They're just so overused. The market's so flooded with them. People have guild banks just full upon full upon full of those things that has really, throughout the years, just driven the price of those items way down from what they used to be. And they're not nearly as farmable or crazy dropping like they used to be. Hell, you'd clear all of ICC and you'd get like 30 BOEs. Now, you still get quite a bit, but nowhere near what you used to get. For those of you higher up, or for those of you who have money, using the Warmane marketplace, to sell gold, sell characters, and things of that nature, if you were going there, you can easily compare prices to what stuff is in the auction house. For example, if there's a mount in the auction house in-game, if you go off-game and you go look at the price of that mount, you'll see that there is a noticeable price difference. The ability to sell them, for a higher rate in the in-game auction house versus the website auction house can really make or break, how you do stuff as far as making a bigger profit by putting them one on or the other on in the game, depending on what you're going for. So always, if you're, like I say, if you have gold, do that. If you're if you're starting off, please guys, don't, unless you have money, please don't start messing with the auction house on there. You don't want to be spending your money for a little bit of coin here and there. It's just not worth it. Once you start getting a little bit more gold, then absolutely work on that. But again, that's what I would say you guys should work on. Focus on getting double gathering specs. If you can make another character, if you're first starting out on Warmane, you get your main character, you got him up, you figured out what profession you want, etc., and now you want to start another character, make that character. That's just going to be a farm character, a fun character to play with, not really going to be raiding with or something like that, or whatever. Get a double gathering spec on it. Start selling stuff on the auction house with that. A few other things that I could say: doing random raids, easy little runs where there's tons of gold. ZG, doing ZG if you're able to solo the bosses in ZG. I can go in there and I think it's like 500 gold I make every time I go in there, and it's on a 2 or 3 day reset. I forget what it is, maybe a 4-day reset. So there's an easy way to make 1,000 gold a week right there just by doing that run if you're able to solo the few bosses in there, which most of them you can even do as a DPS. Some of them are so easy. So yeah, just a couple quick tips, guys, on how to get started making gold on Warmane, and so doing quests, getting a double gathering spec, maybe running some old school content. Solo, of course, you're going to get more gold solo than being with somebody. If you have the ability to do that, definitely go and do that. And so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and we'll see you later.